Hello, Kingdomites. The long-awaited Kingdom Film Festival Pre-Summit is here. It is the biggest faith-based festival of the year in collaboration with Get Inspired Network and the Africa's Creative Market. Today is about celebrating Africa's richness, our stories, and our shared future. What we are doing here goes beyond films and art. It is about equipping a generation, influencing culture, and letting our lights shine. My name is Sarah Smiles Omokoya. See you there.
There is a great development today in African creatives in the sense that now we can have representation of Christian movies on our television. At the beginning, many years ago, when the ministry began, at that time, even during the festive time, the movies you will see during Christian festive time, Christmas, Easter, the movies you will see are not Christian movies. They are the secular ones. One of the things that actually really steer our spirit in our ministry, and especially me, that created a strong fire in my bones, was the fact that there is need for indigenous Christian movies that could be used in our churches. God has brought the kingdom representatives in the movie creativity. There is the Christian movies now in our space. Our churches, our pastors could now show Christian movies. If any church wants to show Christian movie every day for 1 month, on YouTube are varieties of Christian movies that can be shown. So this is part of what has been done in the African creative. There is the creativity of kingdom movies in Africa. God bless you.
So the best thing to capture from our generation is to love the movie so that Jesus can start speaking you back. You understand? And when they see that, definitely they want to relate so that we can capture everybody, not only the good thing, but even the adult, because we are the parents. And I forced my son to become a worker in the church after the training. He did the training, he didn't want to be. But when he started working in the church, he started helping. So it's the legacy that we, the parents, have that we are going to give to them. So it has to start with us, the parents, so that we can pass it on to them. So we need to capture older generation like us as well, so that we can leave a better legacy for the younger generation coming after us.
So you have a story right? The first thing you've done is that you've been able to make that story speak to people in the way it was meant to, because you're authentic in the way you have told the story. The people you're speaking to will understand it in the way it's meant for them to understand. When a movie starts, sometimes I think our filmmakers don't spend the effort to develop the characters in that. So, for example, you see a representation of this is a Christian, but in telling that story, at some point you're not sure if it's still a Christian or not. It doesn't go through from start to end that this person is a Christian. But the chosen has done that. The story is very, very authentic, and when you stick to that, you wouldn't have the conflict that you're talking about because you're clear in what you're speaking to. But even if you're not Christian, you can relate with them. Because we're all human beings. We're first human before we're Christian, Muslim, pagan, or whatever it is that you choose to worship. So the story speaks to you in the authenticity of it. So it makes you feel, okay, Jesus was like me. He understands the pain that I'm going through. That is authentic, and that speaks to you more than any other language. And if you stick to producing that way, you will find out that mix-up that you're talking about is minimal.
Talent is not just enough. Talent or passion is not just enough. You need to be very, very skilled. One thing that we need to find a way to do is to improve the quality of the skills and the talents that we have. So I think that we were able to get the best out of all the stakeholders involved. So we have to showcase ourselves very, very excellent. And so we must not sacrifice excellence on the altar of spirituality. Forget what I mean. You can't say, oh, because the spirit is moving and then we just do it, any way it goes. The spirit is absolutely important, of course. It's God that made the increase, that's the spirit. But the seed at the plant, the effort is there. When you volunteer, perhaps in the church or something, or faith-based environment, if you want to start to create some sort of school, academy around those people to say, hey, because you already volunteer and give your time in church, there's a 6 week, 10 weeks program on sound that makes you better at it, on videography, on editing and things like that. And I feel like with that, we'll be improve the quality of what's coming out of the emphasis there, and all of us will be better off for it. And that way, it fits back into the ecosystem.
Content from Africa is very authentic, and that is what the world is yearning for. So if you go around various parts of Africa, you see content that are rich. In terms of content, we are not struggling with any nation. If it's your heritage and your culture, you already have it. We're not building it, it's in you, it's in you. Because ours is unique and uniquely us, we see it as a money, because that's where our money is. We see it as a progress, because we have progress in our culture. So my belief is that unique thing about our culture is that it's our next oil. Our content is our next oil, and it's an oil that is unfinishing. If we are confident enough to look inwards, we will see that there is no competition. So we have something very unique that the world needs. It's just for us to be ready to throw it out there for them to come.
Africa, we have culture, and our culture is our wealth. But there is the risk of the loss of what we have, because we have neglected so many things. Poor preservation system, either individually in our homes, the way we keep our VHS. You may think that you might not need them again because another media has overtaken it. Yes, you might not, but there are better ways of preserving them and transcribing them into something else. That archival preservation is the foundation of cultural sustainability. Do you agree with me? If not so, I hope one day we will not be a nation without culture. Let's sustain what we have. And right now is the time. It's never too late.
You see, God is progressive, it's not static. If you understand this about God, a lot of mind shift will happen to you. God is constant. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever, but his method changes. Today can speak to a donkey, tomorrow to a prophet, next tomorrow to a king. We can't tell God what to do, he tells us what he wants to do. We are entering the end time, and when it's end time, we use different ends meet. It's not the same. So don't be shocked that a fashion designer, you are going to enter the office. You want to sew clothes, but you are going to fall under the power of God. God has called us to be king and priest. Not just a priest, but those that have the mandate. Some are meant to judge the priest, but some of us can understand that we combine those two attributes to operate on two legs. So I can be funny to you and you fall under the power of God as you go outside there. It's the same God, same spirit, different expression.
Not just speaking to only spirituality, we can speak to love, we can speak to marriage, children productions being done that are key to not be ashamed to say I belong to Christ, because the stories we're telling are full stories that are anointed. I see those stories changing and transforming lives of people watching our stories, whether on DSTV, on YouTube, on their tablet, and they are getting saved, you know. So I just see a lot of good things coming out of it as we move on. Please come up stage.
We need to share our platforms with you. We're working on having a presence in Cannes, as you know, under the Women in Film. You are a woman in film, and we will extend that to you. And please plan with that day and moment, because you need to, you know, have a presence there in the, you know, in the world space. Take it from here and then go to the world space at the Cannes Film Festival, where everybody gathers from all over the world for content. I'm saying this is the next step.
say first that this is amazing. What beloved sister Iwoma has put together is so excellent that I'm super excited seeing us doing this in the kingdom, and it's excellently done. See the rich culture that was all the speakers brought to what they were told to speak on, and that really gave me a lot of eye-opening insight into archiving, actually, preservation, cultural preservation, archiving, storing things, and wealth creation. Now we can leverage on all of these possibilities, even as believers, to push the frontiers of the kingdom forward. That has been the key highlight for me.
The highlight for me was the session with Mount Zion. Right, it's really interesting and really commendable that they have been able to sustain that vision for 40 years, literally across generations. And this is in a country where even normal secular businesses that generate tons of money don't pass down from one generation to the other. And we've seen that from evangelist Mike Bamiloye and his wife, they've gone down, and even their children, and creating a lot of movies and music now, impacting lives at a scale that even their parents did not start with. So it's a big highlight for me, and for ACM generally, the Africa Creative Market generally. The highlight for me is the fact that the entire ecosystem that puts the creator economy on the map, that makes the creator economy sustainable, is represented, from legal to talent to business to technology to platforms, etc. All right. So, the fact that every single part that makes this a sustainable ecosystem was put together, that is my own highlight, and it just signals that the creative economy space can truly be sustainable. Seeing something like the ACM shows that it is possible to actually do that.
I'm super inspired. I know I came to speak, but at the end of the day, I've absorbed, a lot of manifestations, should I say, and seeing destiny, seeing how one human being can create so much change, It's been an inspiring one, yes.
Today, what we learned is that content is not scarce in Africa or in Nigeria. But what we should do is we should be very intentional in how we are putting it. We should do it excellently. I like the Bamiloye, is what they said when he went to record, and his son was like, it's noise. So being able to change is constant. So, whatever you're doing, be very intentional. Not because it's Christian, you just put out any shabby work. Be very intentional about your work you're doing. Do the right thing so that you can go on the global stage. If you're not ready for it, the global stage will not accept you. So, yes, that's
it has been so wonderful today because it's enlightening us to see many more things we can do, even in Africa, through Christ, to reach the world. And we believe you have the gift, you have the anointing, you have the power, and the Lord will strengthen us.
How about you, sir?
Yeah, the highlight is bringing different type of people from different fields to this meeting today, and giving us opportunity to rub minds together, and then sharing to us things that is very important concerning the Kingdom Film Festivals and concerning Kingdom movies and creatives. That has been the great highlight.
The highlight is new knowledge, because you learn every day, meeting a lot of people, the networking and the opportunities that it brings to the table, and the fact that there are lots of young people who have come together to also advance their cause in creativity.
It's a good thing that this is coming up in our generation. The faith-based festivals that we have in various ways is actually blending with the upcoming trends that we have in this generation. And I'm sure it's going to metamorphose into greater things. I'm sure God is also happy with us. Christ is proud of his children. And now that the kingdom of God does not only suffer violence, it also has strategy. So we're taking over the kingdom and bringing back people into the kingdom.
I love what is being done here, promoting God's business and how we as creatives can, ensure that our faith is involved in our business. Because truthfully, after we are gone, we must give an account of how we live. And God doesn't give you a platform for you to be silent. He gives you a platform for you to speak. So first of all, we are God's children, and then before business. So Everything about Kingdom is something that pleases me, and I'm happy to be here.
What's that one word you have for creatives right now, especially faith-based creatives?
All right, so for faith-based creatives, my word to them will be, now is the time. Take out your scripts, put out a pitch, start that project, no matter how small, no matter how large. Do not wait, because for Christian creatives, you have a mission that is bigger than the mission of the people in the world. Your mission is way bigger. Because you're a Christian creative, the demand or the expectation on you is to be better than anyone in the world. So get up from your bed, dust your scripts, start looking for people to partner with, start shooting those movies, start creating that content. Make your first post today. You want to make sure that you are drawing the attention of people to the message you have, the Great Commission.
Understand that God has given you the platform of storytelling. Use it. Now let us stand boldly and do the assignment of God. Come into the fullness of your calling. Take advantage. Grab the mic, grab the camera, and tell that story.
Yeah, I just want to generally tell the audience, just like one of the speakers in the panel said, time is short. Whatever you have to do for the Lord, do it now and do it with all your heart.
The kingdom is here. God's kingdom is here.
Hello everyone, I'm inviting you to
Kingdom Film Festival.
Happening November 27th and 28th,
2025
at Ebony Live Cinemas.
Once the registration portal opens, please hurry down, go secure your seat. See you at KFF 2025.
Be there.
Be there to get squared off.
See you there.
Au revoir. Kingdom is you. God's kingdom is here.
And I hope you've learned a thing or two and you are willing to make that change, because we are expecting you to make a change in your creative industry. My name is Sarah Smiles Omokoya. See you in November.